Well, farmers and ranchers, as if it wasn't bad enough that we're going to see tariffs on our products from the likes of Canada, Mexico, China, and possibly even the European Union, President Trump announced today that he thinks it would be a great idea to tariff the products we're sending out of our own country. Hey guys, my name's Will. This is the Back 40, and let's talk about it. Before I show you the President's Truth Social post from this morning, one that's going to give you great consternation and maybe even a crinkling of the nose, let's talk again about what we're already facing in rural America in the areas of agriculture, farming, and ranching. We've talked before about the fact that the Chinese are much better prepared for tariffs this time around. Last time, they had a disease going through their pork population, which made it nearly impossible for them to refuse American pork products, and they had no reserves, and not a great relationship with Brazil, which meant that they still had to buy American soybeans and corn to meet the needs that they had. This time around, that's simply not the case. They have no disease in their pork population or in any other livestock population. And in addition to that, they have a nice, cozy relationship with Brazil, to the point that they've gone from purchasing 13% of their agricultural row crop products from Brazil to over 40%. Additionally, our earlier threats to Canada and Mexico, which should play out this week, that we were going to tariff items from their country, led to a patriotic response where they're buying 27% less in American agricultural products than they did before the tariffs were threatened. And now we have a situation due to the fact that the President and J.D. Vance were so disrespectful to President Zelensky in the Oval Office that, yes, even our allies in the European Union are talking about using agriculture as a way to get back at our failed foreign policy. And I'd be remiss if I didn't also talk about the fact that, well, I'll tell you what, let's just wait on that one. Let me show you what the President said today. Well, add on to all of that, this little gem from the President this morning on Truth Social. To the great farmers of the United States, get ready to start making a lot of agricultural product to be sold inside of the United States. Tariffs will go on external product on April 2nd. Have fun. What's frightening about this, and there are so many different ways in which this is frightening, is that the President has no idea how negative the impacts of these tariffs have been on agriculture. Have fun? Have fun? Have fun losing up to 80% of corn sales in this country? Have fun losing over 37 billion metric tons of soybean sales in this country? Have fun watching spirit sales from Tennessee and Kentucky dive into the great abyss? Have fun? Have fun indeed. But what really concerns me about this post is that it appears in the post that the President is saying that he's actually going to place some kind of tariff or fee on products leaving this country, not being generated by the foreign government receiving them, but being generated by our own government as well. So what does that mean for farmers and ranchers and agriculture in general? It means not only do we have to face the challenge of tariffs from other countries not buying our products, but our own government may place fees on our products being sold overseas as well. That's ridiculous. And that spells the end of American agriculture as it exists today. And the final thing I want to say is this, and I've said it before, and I'm going to continue to say it over and over again. The President seems to be under the misguided conclusion that we can make up for lost sales overseas by simply selling more here in the United States of America. Now, I'm just a country boy and math wasn't my strong suit in high school, but I can tell you that you cannot replace 1.4 billion hungry Chinese bellies and hundreds of millions of hungry Canadian, Mexican, and European bellies with 340 million American bellies here at home. It just can't be done. And anybody that thinks it can doesn't understand basic math and sure as hell doesn't understand American agriculture. So farmers and ranchers, once again, I'm going to ask you to do the same thing I've asked you to do over and over again. Don't admit you were wrong. Just admit you were lied to. And join us here at the Back 40 to help fight against these draconian agricultural policies, which are going to be bad for rural America as a whole and particularly bad for farmers and ranchers. How do you do that? I'm glad you asked. Email us at theback40family, all spelled out, theback40family@gmail.com and let us know you want to join our Discord. In addition, follow us here, or you can go to our website at theback40official.com. Again, all spelled out, theback40official.com, and you can register there to get involved. We've all got to do something, and we've got to do it now, regardless of political party or political persuasion. Hey guys, I'm Will. This is the Back 40, and I hope you have a great day.